Hello, this is Lisa, your Norwex independent sales consultant, and I'm here to share a little bit about our products with you. I have 3 of our basic household package, and these 3 cloths are what you would use to clean about 80% of your house with, using just these cloths and water. So clean your house without any chemicals, but just cloth and water, these microfiber. So I'm going to share a little information, then show you a few demos of some of these cloths. Alright, so the first one is our Enviro cloth. And that's this one here. And all of our cloths have a tagging system. So you can see, they have this tag here that you can hang them up to dry very easily, like this. And on the tags, then they say what the cloth is. So this one says that right up there, it says Enviro cloth. Or Enviro. This is for everything, your whole environment. The names kind of explain how to use them. So think of environment, so everything around us that we can clean. Any surface in your kitchen, your bathrooms, your toilets. I always take this with us on road trips, so in the car, any surface that you need cleaned. And what this thing has, so it can replace a whole lot of whatever cleaners you have. We can replace like disinfectant wipes, all-purpose cleaners, your glass cleaners, all with just this one cloth. And you don't have to buy paper towels then either, because you'll just be using this one cloth and cutting down on all kinds of costs. But there's 3 different things that make this Norwex microfiber different than other microfibers that you pick up in the store. So the first thing is the size of the actual fibers. In a normal microfiber cloth, then the fibers are 1/6 the size of a human hair. So that's pretty little, I would have to say. But Norwex takes it a bit further, and their fibers are 1/200 the size of a human hair. That's crazy. Now that's microscopic. And what that does is that helps this cloth be able to pick up such fine, minute bacteria, proteins on whatever surface. It helps clean it super well. And that super fine cloth, so in this 13 by 13 cloth, then there's enough fiber to stretch from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. That's a lot. So that thin fiber leads to the second thing, which is the density of the cloth. So because the fibers are so thin, this cloth is super dense. So that's how we can use it mechanically. So using with our hands with just cloth and water to clean all our surfaces. So it can pick up stuff super well because of the super fine fibers in it, but it still has texture, and so it's able to pick stuff up. So it's able to remove 99% of bacteria and all contaminants on your surface. And it picks stuff up and doesn't spread it around. And then that leads to the third thing, which Norwex has a patent technology, which is called backlock. And backlock, you can see on the cloth that it says backlock too. So most of the Norwex's microfiber have this, but not all of them. But what the backlock is it's a micro silver that's embedded in the actual fibers in this cloth. So you can picture it as, someone explained this analogy to me as, so you get your coffee in the morning and you add cream to it and you just mix it all up, and you're not going to be able to separate that cream from the coffee. This silver is actually embedded in the cloth, and you're not going to be able to separate it up. It's not going to fall out, and it's not going to contaminate, like put those silvers in your body or anything. You're safe using this. But what that silver does is it prohibits bacteria growth in the cloth. So this itself is not an antibacterial wiping the surface. The fine particles of this cloth are able to pick up stuff, and then the silver goes to town, self-purifying the cloth as it tends to dry. So after you use it, you're going to want to rinse it out under hot water and then hang it up to dry, and that silver is going to kill the bacteria, make sure that no mold or fungus is growing, and so there will be no smell, and you can keep using this cloth and without laundering it. So you only have to launder it like once a week or 7 to 10 days. but keep using it all week. So yes, I've used this to clean other things after I clean my toilet with. I kind of have to get over it mentally, but it works. So now what I'm going to do is show you a demo. So this is called the raw chicken demo. So I'm going to bring my plate, and here's my cloth, and I've got some raw chicken here, and I've got in this cup here, I've got some protein swabs. So these protein swabs, let's go over just a little bit. These protein swabs are not made by Norwex, but they are actually what what do you call them? Health inspectors use at restaurants to make sure they're clean and areas don't have, just like to check for cleanliness on surfaces, and these check for proteins on a surface. So proteins are, the presence of protein molecules are bacteria is half the size of a protein molecule. So we're gonna do a test with the raw chicken on this plate and test to see how the Norwex microfiber cloth can pick up the proteins. So I have my EnviroCloth is damp here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chicken, my raw chicken, little hunk here, and I'm going to smear it all over my plate. Get it all nice and raw chickeny. And then I'll set that aside, and I'll take one of these swabs. Now I actually haven't tried this. I've seen it done quite a few times and also heard a bunch about it, but this is my first time actually using one of these swabs, so we'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out and swab my plate all over here. Just make sure we're testing to see that it in fact is dirty, even though we just saw that it's dirty. So I'm going to stick it in here, and what we do is crack this thing. Let the things go down, shake it around a little bit. And so then what that does is it's going to be turning a gray purpley color. So I don't know if you can kind of see that. It's kind of gray purpley. I think it'll sit and change a little more color. But purple shows that there's a presence of bacteria and of protein. So we're going to set that one aside. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our wet EnviroCloth. We have it folded into fourths, so that gives us 8 clean surfaces to work with. And we're going to just wipe off this plate. And set that aside here. And then we're going to check our next one, our next protein swab, and see if it picked up all those proteins and bacteria and whatever else is on this plate, and we'll test it now. I'm going to run my thing all over it, wipe, make sure we have it good, nice and wiped. So we're looking for cleanliness. So this has a chart on it, so then the purple was contaminated and green means clean. So I'm going to crack this and the liquids go down into it, and let's see if they go down. Okay, good. And shake it around a little bit, and wow, that's really crazy how green this is staying. You saw how gray the other one was? It was kind of murky gray. Let's see what it looks like. And it's bright purple. So here's the first one, here's the second one. You can kind of see that's crazy. So this EnviroCloth cleaned up that raw chicken juice, and my plate is all clean. And okay, to show you that I believe that it's clean, I'm gonna lick the plate too. All right, so that's the EnviroCloth, and that's how we can clean with just the cloth and water. All right, so my next demo is I'm going to show you how the window cloth works. So window cloth is my pretty color here. you can see that I got half of it wet actually for this demo. Sometimes I use, well, I'll show you. So I have a mirror. So sometimes the EnviroCloth is not quite what you want to get every surface. So you're gonna have some shiny mirrors, some windows, your shiny glass top stove top, whatever surface stainless steel that you want nice and clean and shiny, then you're gonna want to use the window cloth. And so for this demo, what I have is some butter, and I'm gonna get it all over my mirror. Butter is super greasy and not very easy to clean off, right? It would take quite a few paper towels and glass cleaner to get this off. But I'm gonna show you that with just this window cloth, so on my damp part, I'm going to wipe it up. It's nice with your smooth surface. Wipe up. That's a lot of butter I put on here actually. And then I'm gonna take my drier side of my same window cloth and I'm going to polish it up, shine it up, make it all nice and shiny. And what you can see is that our cloth, you can see my dirty kitchen over there, our thing is all nice and shiny and clean. It got all that butter off with a simple wipe. What did that take? Like less than 30 seconds to clean all that mess up, which it would have taken quite a few paper towels and spray cleaner that you're spraying in your bathroom. And so what we could do, I could have used my EnviroCloth to wipe it down and then kept my window cloth all dry to wipe it. But I wanted to show you that you can even just use this to clean up and wipe dry. If you have get our sample or travel size with the little window cloth, you're gonna want to use your microfiber Norwex EnviroCloth to wipe up first and then polish with your little cloth because you want to keep it dry so that it'll look really nice and shiny. So you want to use your big cloths for bigger jobs. So this can clean super fast. So if any surface you want to shine, and the faucets, especially the faucets, this looks so nice, like wiping down faucets. And they're reusable. And I'm gonna rinse them out, hang them up to dry, and I'm gonna keep using them all week. All right, and then our third product is our dusting mitt. This one is, when I first used it, I was just so impressed. It was just so fun to use. So this is it's a little bit higher of a pill of microfiber, so it's a little softer and fluffier. And so the high pile helps it pick up dust particles. It's as I mentioned, your dusting mitt. So how this works is it uses electrostatic charge. And so think of all the surfaces you want to clean and like little crevices and knickknacks and stuff that you can use this to dust, but usually it's best wet, but you can still use it dry. But this dry works so much better to get all that dust. And what it does, because of the high pile, it's able, and the electrostatic charge, it's able, when you run it over your surface, is that it's able to pick stuff up and it clings to it. It holds. It doesn't just spread stuff around. Like using a paper towel, you're wiping stuff down and it leaves so many particles everywhere, and you're like, well, this does not look dusted. But with this thing, it actually will dust so well. And so how to get that electrostatic charge is if you rub it against itself, then it creates a little friction. You kind of feel it heating up, and then you can go to town dusting everywhere. And this just works so well on your hands, doesn't slide off, get everywhere. So you can clean all kinds of surfaces. You can even clean your blinds, your shutters and cabinets, picture frames, knickknacks, and you can even clean your window screens with this. And you can get it wet to wipe it down, or just do it dry, or do one and then the other. And my family used to always take our window screens into the bathroom, and it was just a hassle to take them all off, go spray them off, and then let them dry, and then put them back on the window. But with this thing, you're able to just wipe them down in place, and it's super great. Works super well. It's fast, efficient, super easy. So, and then after you're dusted around and you can tell, you can see the dust piling up on it and it turning brown and gray. You're like, whoa, it's not coming off and spreading it around. But what you can do is you can go shake it off outside, or you can use our rubber brush and brush it off into the trash can, which works super well. So these 3 products are our basic household package. Our Enviro cloth, your everything, your surface cloth, our window cloth, your polishing cloth, and then our dusting mitt. And I hope that's helpful to show you how you can clean your house with less chemicals or no chemicals and just use cloth and water.